The 2016 Dodge Dart, a compact sedan with a really historic name, but what I want to know, is this even a good compact sedan in today's very crowded marketplace? I'm Jay, and this is the latest episode of CarBuzz Unboxing Reviews. I also want to thank Folsom Lake, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram for letting me come on down and film today. So let's get started here. Now, the Dodge Dart, the name was revived back in late 2012 for the 2013 model year with this car. The Dart is no longer a V8 powered rear-wheel drive muscle car. It is a front-wheel drive compact sedan now. And what's interesting about the Dart, it is one of the first creations from the newly formed Fiat Chrysler automaker. Right after Chrysler's bankruptcy, when Fiat bought it out, this is one of their first results for the North American market. Now, the Dodge Dart, just to be clear with you right now, it is not a perfect car. No car is. But there's some ways in which the Dart has just kind of fallen short with the competition in mind. But what I can say that I absolutely love about it is the design. I really like this exterior. The dimensions, in my opinion, Dodge got just right. It's sporty, it's kind of aggressive. It's not too overdone, but look at the front end here for an example. I like the black grille crosshairs. I love the way those headlights just kind of merge right into it through into the front grille. And I absolutely love this tail styling. This is so cool. It is an LED racetrack tail lamps. It is very reminiscent of what you find on the larger Charger and Challenger. It's sort of like, Dodge's signature styling for the rear end. It makes the car look really sporty. I also like the dual exhaust with the shiny tips there. Now, this car, it's equipped with the California Appearance Package, which costs about another $600, but I think that's worth it because you get these nice upgraded 17-inch granite crystal aluminum wheels, fog lamps, the dual exhaust that I mentioned as well. And it's just an overall nice looking car. This, along with the Mazda 3, another fantastic compact sedan, I think are my two favorite designs in this segment. And something else that I think you should know is that the Dodge Dart is inside, it is so spacious that the US government actually classifies it as a mid-sized sedan. So you're getting, for compact sedan money, nearly the interior space of a larger car. And I think that is also one of its strongest selling points. Alright, now under the hood here, this is the mid-range engine option. This is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. It's got 184 horsepower and 171 pound-feet of torque. And it's paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission. That costs about an extra $1,200. You can get a 6-speed manual that comes, without any added price. But I think most American buyers are going to want to go for the automatic. And what's interesting about this automatic is that it was sourced from Hyundai, and it's pretty good. It shifts fairly smoothly. Power, of course, is sent to the front wheels. Again, this is not a V8 powered muscle car. Step inside, and this is that large interior I was telling you about. I like this car because it's kind of wide and you feel like you're in a bigger car because really you are compared to other compacts. And unlike this car's immediate predecessor, the Dodge Caliber, which if you've ever been in that car, it feels like you're driving around in a piece of cheap plastic. The interior materials were just so bad that you touch them and it feels like the cheapest toys you can buy. That's not at all the case here. This is all soft touch materials. And again, you can thank Fiat Chrysler for just improving everything and making the Dodge Dart everything the Dodge Caliber wasn't. In fact, the Dart's design, especially the exterior, it kind of reminds me, if anyone remembers the old Dodge and Plymouth Neons, it's almost as if this is that next generation that didn't immediately come. The Caliber, like I mentioned, came in between. In the rear seat, 3 adults can fit back here, 2 very comfortably, but as I keep stressing, this is a big interior for this class, and you get a lot of space for the money. And when Dodge went to design this car, they took a Fiat platform, which actually it's the same platform that underpins the Alfa Romeo Giulietta, which is a hatchback that's only sold in Europe. But the problem with that platform is that, aside from being adapted for the US market, is that it's heavy. This is a heavy car. It weighs over 3,200 pounds. That's more than a Ford Focus, a Chevrolet Cruze, and a Honda Civic. All 3 of those tip the scales at just under 3,000 pounds. So let's start up the engine here and see how that sounds. Alright, so that engine, that is the one I recommend. The base engine is 160 horsepower, 2-liter 4. It's underpowered. The top of the line engine that you do have to pay more for, it's a turbocharged 1.4-liter 4-banger. It has 160 horsepower, which is nice, but it feels really sluggish below 2,500 RPM. And the reason for that is that Dodge engineers tune the engine to be more fuel efficient for better fuel economy. And to really appreciate the turbo's ability, you have to rev the car from 3,000 to 6,000 RPM. Another problem with that turbo engine is that it has uneven power delivery, just mainly because of a very clunky dual clutch, which you don't get in this mid-range Dart here. And this is a really nice feature to have. This is Uconnect. This is an 8.4-inch touchscreen, and Uconnect, the first time I experienced this infotainment system was in actually a nearly 500 horsepower Dodge Challenger, and since then I think it is the best infotainment system that you can buy today compared to my Ford Touch, which is in the process of being replaced. This is worlds better. It is very easy, very logical, and simple to figure out. The quality of the screen was good, the colors, everything. I also like the large amount of interior storage available in the Dart. A lot of thought, again, was put into that. When Fiat took over Chrysler, they really made a big effort to understand the American consumer, and they wanted things such as cup holders, just a lot of places to put their stuff. So how does the Dodge Dart drive? Well, because I was mentioning before, it's heavy for its class at over 3,200 pounds. That extra weight, it does give the Dart a nice planted feel, and it does have a really well-tuned chassis. Again, that comes from its Alfa Romeo underpinnings. However, I do think there was just too much road noise in the cabin, and the overall ride, it's not exactly sporty, or it's not the kind of ride that you expect from a car that has sporty looks like this. In terms of safety, you get 10 airbags standard, electronic stability and traction control, a tire pressure monitoring system, and in fact, the Dodge Dart was the first compact sedan to receive that option. It also received a 5-star US government crash test rating. Now, let's talk fuel economy here, because this is another important aspect. I like this engine, the 2.4 paired to the 6-speed automatic. It's a very nice combo, but the problem is the fuel economy it's not very good for a compact sedan. It comes in at 23 miles per gallon in the city, 35 on the highway, and a combined 27. Now, let's compare those numbers for a second. The Ford Focus has 26 miles per gallon in the city, 38 on the highway, and a combined 30. The Toyota Corolla, 29 in the city, 38 on the highway as well, and a combined 32. My point being is that compared to the Focus, the Corolla, and several others in this segment, the Dart is not getting a combined fuel economy of at least 30 miles per gallon. And that has become sort of like the segment standard these days. And it's kind of a shame that Dodge didn't find some sort of an engine transmission combination to make that happen. You know, a lot of car makers are using dual clutches, like the Ford Focus. It has a lot of extra gears, and it's able to maximize fuel economy. But the optional dual clutch available in the Dart with that turbocharged 1.4 liter engine, it's like I mentioned, it's just not very good. It's always searching for gears, and it has that, like I said, that clunky feel. It's just underdeveloped. So what I really like about the Dart, bottom line, it has a lot of interior space. I like the seating position for the driver and the styling inside and out. As well, it's a very good bargain right now, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. But what I don't like, as you can probably guess, the fuel economy. And aside from the optional larger 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen, there's not enough new features available like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So pricing. The Dart begins with that base engine at just under $17,000. This trim, the Dart SXT, begins at around $19,000, and with all these added options, including the California Appearance Package, it comes to a total of $22,630. And a fully loaded Dart will come in at around $24,000. All pretty good numbers compared to, you know, the Ford Focus begins at $18,000, goes to about $24,000. Same with the Chevy Cruze, Hyundai Elantra, the Volkswagen Jetta, another car I recently did an unboxing review of as well. But here's some news for you and why the Dart is a good value and a really just a good buy right now is because 2016 more than likely will be the final year for the Dart. There is no immediate successor planned, even though it just went on sale for the 2013 model year. The reason being is because the Dart, they're not selling enough of them. The competition has exceeded it in almost every category, especially the fuel economy, and that's big today. And Fiat Chrysler, it wants to focus its profits on Jeeps and Ram pickup trucks because gas has gone cheap again in the US and people love their SUVs and pickups. So Dodge is going to probably want to be getting rid of a lot of these Darts on dealership lots. It's an overall very nice compact sedan with mid-size sedan interior space. Decent enough fuel economy, but not where it should be by today's standards. But I don't think that's a complete make or break deal, but I know it's going to matter for some people. So, okay, everybody, thanks so much for watching. I'm out of time for today. If you have any more questions about the Dodge Dart, leave them for me in the comments section below. Any recommendations for future unboxing reviews you'd like to see me do, also leave those in the comments section. Be sure to subscribe to the CarBuzz Unboxing Review channel and check out the full review of the 2016 Dodge Dart SXT with the California Appearance Package at carbuzz.com. So until my next review, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.